Hey guys, Evan from Disc Store here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about our gloves that we have on sale. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can see what the video looks like here. Here we go. Switching the mode over. Alright, hopefully you guys can see me better. I'm going to try to follow the comments here on our tablet. So how well do these gloves do in cold and rainy weather? Gloves are great, guys, in cold or rainy weather. So I think they're all very equivalent as far as the rain and the cold. They're little differences. So Club Ultimate, these are the Club Ultimate gloves. These are a little bit thicker than the other gloves that we have. So the surface, the catching surface, is a little bit thicker, so we recommend these a little bit more for the cold. We also have Layout Ultimate gloves. Now this surface is here a little bit tackier, so you have a little bit more grip. So we really like Layout gloves if you want a little bit more grip than the others. These would be, I would say these would be really good for catching a little bit more so than the others. Our newer gloves that we carry are the Huck Nation. So these are the Huck Nation Beta 3s. They've gone through a couple different designs, and this is their newest that they've settled on. We love this for a couple different reasons. One, they have a cool design. So it's got a heather gray on the top, and there also are no seams on the surface, the hand surface of the glove. So you do have seams on the wrist, but as far as in the fingers, there are no seams, so it's a dipped type glove. These are great. They're really comfortable because of that. You don't feel the seams when you're throwing, and they're also, I just think the design is cool. I mean, most of our gloves that we have are mainly black, and we do have a few that have colors. So thanks for watching today. What I'm going to do is we're going to give away a pair of friction gloves. So we just started printing on top of our friction gloves. So we can print, normally we print numbers. Someone had asked for a smiley face, and we kind of had a misprint. So we're going to go ahead and give these guys away. These are women's medium, or would be a men's small. And so if you guys are that size, it'd be awesome if you can comment. If not, we'll still give them to you. So what you need to do to enter to win these gloves is make a comment on this video. Ask me a question or make a comment, and you will be entered in to win this pair of friction gloves. They also have, Friction also carries colors. So these are Friction 2.0s. They're a little bit different than the current new ones, but they come in colors, so that's what's really neat about these. They have blue, yellow, white, and red, and then you can also get them in regular black. But we can put a number on these as well if you're wanting. So there's a customization option on our site if you want to do that. One more thing for today, I wanted to let you know, we're coming down to the wire as far as shipping times for Christmas. So if you still want to get your items in time for Christmas, make sure and purchase by today with expedited shipping, and we can get it there. So you're going to have that's how we can guarantee to have a really good chance to get that to you. If you wait till tomorrow, you're going to have slim chance, or a little bit less of a chance at least, that the item's going to get to you. So make sure and make your purchases tonight by midnight so we can get those to you. So these are the Layout gloves, and I'll keep going. Again, these are a little bit tackier of a surface. They come in a lot of different sizes. They all come in pretty much relatively close sizes, but I would suggest we should have sizing charts on all the glove listings. So check those out. I'm going to try to grab some comments and see if I can answer anything. With those other gloves he was showing with the no seams, were throwing discs, are they too tacky? I've tried gloves in the past, and I've tried some that are too tacky, and I can't actually see the rest of your comment, Ryan. Thanks for commenting, Ryan. I think these Huck Nation it's a really good surface. It's not too tacky. It's not as tacky as the Layout. So in comparison, So I think they're also, these are about the thinnest gloves that we have. So these feel a little bit more natural in the hand. So you have a lot less material that's in between you and the disc. So if you're wanting something a little more natural with no seams, with a cool design, I think the Huck Nation are really good. Which are best for disc golf? This is from David Haynes. Hey David, thanks for the comment. I would say the disc golf gloves, it's kind of a relatively newer thing anyway, at least from our customers' perspective. So we're getting a little more inquiries as we go. I wouldn't have any research to tell you whether or not which glove is going to be best for disc golf, but I would say something that's going to give you more grip. If you're looking for weather resistant or you're looking for cold resistant, that's something you want to think about. So the Huck Nation are our thinnest material. So if you're looking for something in extreme conditions or really very cold conditions, I would say you could probably find a thicker pair of gloves that would probably work for you for that. Our Club Ultimate gloves, again, are kind of our thickest. So if you're wanting something that helps you with grip in disc golf, because you're not worried about catching. You're definitely just wanting to throw. So layout gloves are thicker, so you're going to get a little more weather protection. But they also have their seams are a little bit more pronounced. So I would say maybe not the layout gloves or maybe not the Club Ultimate gloves for disc golf because you have more seams. I would think your friction gloves are going to be probably your best bet. They have kind of your best balance between weather resistant, also not too thick, and they're not too thin. And your surface it's not as tacky as the layout, so I think your throws are going to come out pretty natural. And now you're definitely going to have to throw a few discs to really get the hang of gloves in disc golf. We have a guy here that's been trying them out to see what he likes. So he said it takes 10 or 15 throws to really kind of get it down and figure out what you're going to do there. Do you prefer to wear gloves? This is from Tyler Douglas. Do you prefer to wear gloves even if the weather is perfect for Ultimate? Tyler, that's a good question. I think that's the answer that you're going to get a lot of different people's opinions on them. I will say I wear friction, and I've also worn some layout gloves to play in. I wear friction more so pretty much. You can wear them any weather. It's going to give you more grip and more spin. So it's not gonna help to where you're throwing a lot further, but it's going to give you a lot more snap on the disc. Enough to where you're going to have to practice again, make a few throws, and kind of figure out, okay, with gloves on, with gloves off, this is how the disc is going to leave my hand. I think with your backhand, you're going to get a little more spin. At least that's what it does on mine. I get a little more spin when I use friction gloves for a backhand. For a forehand or the flick, it takes a little bit getting used to the glove under the rim, but I think it affects my backhand to me more so than it does my flick. So yeah, good question, Tyler. I do love them in the cold. I go down, play a few tournaments in the winter, and gloves it just helps has that extra protection from the cold and the wind. It depends on how much you need them. Friction makes a disc golf glove now. They aren't bad, but the seams mess with forehands and overhands. So Bryce asked that question. So if you are worried about the seams, if you tried the seams before, maybe something like Huck Nation would be good for you. The seams aren't going to mess with. They're not going to mess with your throw very much. I'll go ahead and try these on. I think these could be my size. We'll find out. So these are the Huck Nation 3.0s. As you can see, no seams, have a really nice surface, and the wristband isn't, it's pretty comfortable. It's not overbearing. Sometimes the wristbands can be really heavy if you're not used to it, but I think that wristband is really nice. Again, I like the design. I mean, over your standard, what you're going to see mostly is black in gloves. This is just kind of a cool design with the heather. Kimberly asked, doesn't it make it harder to play? Any gloves I've ever tried make it so much harder. You know, that's obviously going to depend on how much practice you're going to get with the gloves. When I wear friction, I find that it took me a little bit of time to get used to catching with the gloves and definitely throwing. But once you kind of get it down, I feel like it doesn't affect me too much negatively, for sure. I mean, I've never said, oh, I would have made that throw without a glove, or I would have caught that without a glove, or with a glove, you know, either one. But I think for me, it's about comfort. If it's too cold, I'm going to feel more comfortable with these. And again, if you want a little more snap, more spin on the disc, gloves can help. In the extreme heat, just a personal opinion. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear gloves if it's really hot outside. My hands would just sweat too much. They already sweat pretty much as it is, so that's just a personal opinion there. James Haley says, these are some sweet gloves. So guys, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to give away a pair of friction gloves. So these are going to be a women's medium, or it would be a men's small. So this is a misprint. We actually print, we can print your number on the friction gloves right now. So we had a customer ask for a smiley face. So we did that, but it didn't turn out like we wanted to. So we're going to do it again and make sure we're confident and excited to send them to them. And so we're going to give someone on this video a pair of these friction gloves at the end of the video. So all you need to do is make a comment anytime throughout the video, and we will choose a winner. So I'll keep answering some questions. We're getting a lot of questions, a lot of good stuff. Keston says, they help stop rotation on a catch too when you have a rare rim catch. Yes, I've had that before too. So it just kind of helps in aiding in the stoppage of the disc. So that can help a little bit too. Tom Canelli, it's a winky face now. Yes, that's yeah, that's what it turned into. So we're gonna make sure we give him what he wants. Bill Palmer says, do the gloves grip too much? Again, that depends on what you would like, you know, your preference. There are some gloves that are a little tackier than the others. Like I was mentioning earlier, Layout Ultimate are a little bit tackier, so you're going to get, that's going to have a little bit more, you know, friction on the gloves is going to grab it a little bit more. So Layout gloves are a little bit grippier. The others are going to be pretty much relatively close. I think the Club Ultimate gloves are also a little bit tackier, a little bit grippy. And then the friction would be more of kind of I would say, more on the neutral side of grip, if you want to put it that way. What is the difference between the 2.0 and the 3.0 friction gloves? John asks that. So I can show you guys. There are a couple differences, and actually, yeah, here we go. So there are a couple differences. So let's see if I can kind of show those to you right now. One of the differences between the Friction 2.0 and the Friction 3.0, the Friction 2.0, on the thumb, the seam is solid, so you're going to just have your fabric connected there. So it's a solid seam on the thumb. And then on the 3.0s, they actually have added a little bit of stretch. So in between the thumb and the palm, you have a little bit of stretch. So I think they had some seams that were getting too much pressure. Some of them were ripping over time, and so I think they added this to allow for more flexibility and also just more flexibility with your thumbs. And then they also changed the seam pattern here right on the fingers. So at the end of or right where your knuckles start, they've added a seam right here. I think just to reinforce your catching, and so those are the two main differences that I know of. And so I know that thumb addition is something people were asking for, so they changed it there. Ian Brent, you guys are awesome. Hey Ian, shout out to Ian. Yeah, met Ian at Nationals last year. How's it going? Kathy, what size are you giving away? Kathy, we are giving away women's medium, or it should be about a men's small. So those are what we're giving away at the end of the video. So make sure and comment, ask a question, and we will give these away at the end. My gloves are a bit outdated, hoping to try the new style. That's what Ian said. Yep, give it a try, Ian. Matthew Jackson, never thrown with gloves on. Well, Matthew, now would be a good chance to go on our site and pick up a pair of gloves. You guys can still order today. We would recommend you do expedited shipping to guarantee it there for Christmas. So if you're looking for that last minute gift, today's going to be your very last day that we'd feel comfortable. And then you guys can do expedited shipping. We can get it there for Christmas. So other than that, it's going to be hard to guarantee that if you order any later than today, and if you order any other method than expedited shipping. James Haley, do they help with sand? I don't know the answer to that question. That is a good question, though. We've never had that question. So yeah, I don't know. You can grab a pair and try it out, and you can let us know. Matthew Montez asked if they're just for Ultimate. Matthew, we've had a lot of disc golfers recently really be interested in gloves, so I don't think they're going to be just for Ultimate. So I would recommend for disc golf, if you're needing any for the cold or the some weather, the rain, I would recommend trying them out. Try out a pair of gloves. Friction frictions are designed well for disc golf, so you could use those. Huck Nation, I think, would be really good. There are no seams, and so I think that would help. It wouldn't interrupt your forehand or any other throw that you might be using. Chris Lewandowski says, fairly new to disc golf. You guys keep enticing me to get into Ultimate during these discussions. What to do? Guess I need to lock into acquiring an Ultimate disc and toss it around with the kids. I think that's a great idea. Chris, there's a lot of information on Ultimate that you can find. You can watch YouTube videos to find different rules. You can see they have two professional leagues, the AUDL, American Ultimate Disc League, and MLU, Major League Ultimate. So they have some really cool highlight videos you could go check out. It's definitely a fun sport, definitely a team sport. So that's kind of where your difference is. I mean, in disc golf, you're primarily playing on a card with a few other guys, but you're competing individually, unless you're doing doubles or so. But in Ultimate, obviously, it's a team sport, so you get a lot more camaraderie and all of that goes with it. So Devin Butler says, still got the 1.0 friction gloves. The seams have all types of holes in them. So yeah, friction 1.0s, they're a little bit older, so after a while of play, they're going to eventually start to wear out, so I would recommend getting some new gloves. We're up to 67 people, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure and comment. I'm going to give away this pair of gloves at the end of the video. So these are women's medium or men's small, around in that area. So let me answer some more questions. Who in the warehouse wears gloves while playing, asks Tom. I wear gloves while playing. It's mainly going to be in the cold temperatures. So I wear friction right now, but I'm actually really looking into these Huck Nation Beta 3s. I just like the natural feel. I think without seams is a pretty cool idea. I like that they're thin, and I also like the design. It's kind of a heathered gray design. We have a few other guys that wear gloves. We have a couple that don't wear gloves, and so it's definitely a personal preference. I think, just try to borrow a pair from a friend, buy some from us. If you're absolutely unsatisfied with them, we will for sure try to hook you up with something else that you would like. So I would give it a try. We have different types of gloves for all different types of, any kind of use that you're looking for. I enjoy wearing gloves when it's cold. I think it helps a lot. Definitely takes the sting off some of the catches. So yeah. John asks best gloves for handlers. There are, I think if you're looking for mainly throwing for a handler, I would personally probably go with something that's thinner, just has a more natural feel, because you're used to throwing the disc without gloves. So I would get something that's closest to that feel as you can. Otherwise, you're going to kind of run into maybe a slightly longer learning curve to try to get the hang of the throws. So the thinner gloves that we would have would be the Huck Nation gloves and the friction gloves. And then for cutters, I would probably recommend Layout and Club Ultimate. Now, again, they're all going to help in different conditions, but I think if you're wanting something that's a more natural feel, you might go with the Huck Nation or the Friction. Sweet sweatshirt. Thanks, Nick. Thank you very much. I like it as well. David Sean Henry. That is my friend David Henry. Shout out to Henry. Mateo, which gloves do you wear? I already mentioned that I actually wear Friction gloves. And yes, shout out to sponsorships. So thanks for being an awesome trick shot team, and we love to sponsor trick shot teams. So thanks for the shout out. Matthew Jackson, love the live videos. Thanks, Matthew. We enjoy doing them as well. So we will have a lot more next year. So we're going to have some cool ideas. We're going to try to get some guests on our live videos. So that's something in the works. So that'll be exciting. Chris says his pizza's here. All right, Chris, go eat some pizza. Making me hungry. So, all right, guys, I'm going to give these Friction gloves away in about 30 seconds. So be commenting, and we will give these gloves to anyone in this video that has made a comment. So thanks again for watching, guys. There should be a follow button on the video somewhere. I actually did a lot of research today trying to figure out different phones. Actually, iOS and Android have different places where those buttons are. So find the follow button. If you click that, you'll be notified every time we're going to go live. So yeah, that'll help a lot. And again, just to recap, we've got all sorts of gloves at this store. We have layout gloves, we have Club Ultimate gloves, we have Friction 2.0s that come in different colors, and then the Friction 3.0 that right now comes in black, but they are adding colors. And then we have the Huck Nation Beta 3s, which is the one I have on. So the winner of these Friction gloves, these are Friction 3.0, is going to be Monique Galanti. I don't know if I said that right, but Monique, congratulations, you won our Friction glove contest. So thanks for commenting, thanks for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, you can continue to comment on this video. We're going to keep following the stream, and we always give replies to questions that need to be answered. We enjoy communicating with you guys. We really appreciate that you love watching, and if you have any other ideas for us to do, we love listening to your ideas. So thanks again for watching, Monique Galanti. Congratulations on your Friction 3.0 win, and thanks for watching this video. Make sure and follow, and you will get notified next time we go live. So thanks again, guys, and have a great night.